Hi guys, it's Anne here, and in today's video I just wanted to share a few things that I've recently purchased. This isn't technically a haul because I've purchased these over like the last month or so. So pretty much everything in here I've used on my face at least once. Some things a few times more that I really like, so let's just get into this. So the first product that I want to talk about is the Huda Beauty Nude Light Palette. So I picked this up in the Sephora VIB sale. So truth be told, I wanted to get the Mercury Retrograde palette. There's something about that like palette, the color scheme that just like really draws me in. I'm more drawn to like lighter eyeshadows. I have really deep set eyes, so I prefer to use lighter colors most of the time. This is where I like digress with Emily Noel. She's always looking for a palette that has like deeper shades to ground the eye, and I'm like, I don't really feel that's necessary. Anyway, this is what the palette looks like on the inside. So it's got a really nice mirror and it's got 9 shades. So also, truth be told, I had a hard time deciding between the light, medium, and deep. I kind of want all 3 to be honest. But I went with the light because I knew for sure I would get the most use out of this one, I think. And the colors to me were things that I just didn't really have other than like some of the mattes. The shimmers were definitely things that I really don't have in my current collection as of today. So with all these products, I'll show like close-up swatches so you can see what they look like. I'm also wearing this on my eyes today. I'm mostly wearing this color here all over the lid, and then the, oh, there's my camera, and then these 2 shades on the outer side here. So this like pink shade here and this purple shade here. I find the shades don't look the same on the eye as they do the pan. So for example, I feel like this purple shade is not quite as intensely purple when I put it on the eyes. It has a bit more pink to it, which I actually kind of like. And again, with this shade, I thought it would be more like neutral, but instead it actually turns out a bit more purple on the eye, which is interesting that it's a little different than I thought it was going to be. But really glad I bought this. Still want to buy the other palettes. Really need to hold off on buying that because I've bought a lot of eyeshadow this year. So the next thing that I want to share with you is the Charlotte Tilbury. This is the Filmstar Bronze and Glow palette in the limited edition packaging. Now I know Jenna Fruise, I'm going to mispronounce her last name because I don't know how to say it. She got this, but hers had like a bubble in it and she felt like it was like cheap. Mine doesn't have a bubble. I think it looks really, really pretty. I don't have this product like in the regular packaging, but on the inside it does look the same. So my guess is that, yeah, like if I could pull this off, this is probably the regular packaging with just this on top, which is kind of sad. But anyway, I knew that I wanted to buy like one luxury item this year. Last year I bought the Hourglass Ambient Volume 4 palette, and this year I was like, I've been looking at this product for a while, but it's pretty expensive. And then when I saw it came in like this packaging, I was like, you know what? If I'm gonna buy it, I'm gonna buy it because it also has really nice packaging, and then I can keep this. Like, whenever I finish these products in like 10 years, I can refill this with something else, or put eyeshadows in there, or just keep it for the mirror. So I definitely felt like this was like, not that makeup's ever an investment purchase, but this was like an investment purchase. So I felt a little bit better about that. And it did come with this little brush, which I like I don't really like it for bronzing, but I do like it for highlighting. So I am wearing this palette today. I was surprised. I thought this bronzer would not show up. Like I was like, it seems like when you kind of swatch it, it seems pretty light, but it does show up. Like I don't feel like I have to like pack it on. And I really do like this highlight. So I'm finding that as much as I like the way highlights look, like when people swatch highlighter, I'm like, oh my God, it looks beautiful. For me in reality, a subtle highlight like this is very subtle, is much more practical and just much more useful. I'm not worried that I'm gonna like have like a weird stripe on my face. I'm not worried that it's gonna be like noticeable. Like people are like, what is on her face? Because sometimes I feel like highlight can look like that. So anyway, really happy with this purchase. It was really expensive. It was also the reason why I did not get the large Huda palette, because I was like, it's $88 Canadian, the Huda Mercury Retrograde. It's just too expensive. Even with the Sephora sale, I was like, I can't justify it, especially after purchasing this. Really happy that I got this. And I also purchased this on the Beautylish website, but I do know it's available on Sephora as well. So the next thing I bought is this Stila All Fired Up set. It's 3 glitter and glow eyeshadows. It's still sold on sale on Sephora, at least from what I've seen. But I got it at Marshall's, I think, no, Winners. I got this one at Winners for $14.99, and it comes with these 3 shades here. Again, I'll show close-up swatches of what they look like. I'm not sure I love these. They're nice. I've used all three of them, I think. I know I've used the light one and I've used the red one for sure. They're definitely like glittery. I kind of wish I picked up, obviously they didn't have it there, but I feel like I would prefer the shimmer and glow over the glitter and glow. And I haven't really used this. I've just used this over top eyeshadow. I haven't used it like over top with glitter glue, but I do find like when I have worn this, like it fades. Like it fades after like 3 or 4 hours. It's like, oh, the glitter has sort of fallen, or like I don't know where it goes, but it's just sort of faded. So I'm glad that it's just a mini set because I did want to just try them out, and I do really like the colors in here. This shade is probably like the hardest for me to wear, but the other 2 are definitely more wearable for me, so I'm looking forward to wearing those a bit more in the holiday season as well. I think that they'll be like a nice glittery, when it's crappy outside. Like right now, it is snowing like crazy. This is our first real snow in Toronto. We probably have, I want to say like maybe an inch, maybe somewhere around there right now. So yeah, we're into that season. So I definitely bought this for the packaging and not for the product, and I full on admit that. And not that I needed this because I just bought that Charlotte Tilbury bronzer, but this is the Too Faced Natural Lust bronzer, and I bought it because the packaging. I like birds in general and like peacocks. I really like hummingbirds. Yeah, the packaging is really pretty, and the inside is really pretty to the point where I don't really want to use it. So it's got like an embossed peacock in there. I've swatched this. It is like, I've seen other people say this, like it is really hard pressed. And it is a bit on the warmer side. So probably wouldn't really want to wear this time of year. Maybe in the summertime this will be nicer. I am a little sad. I didn't realize that like this was just like plastic. Because it looks like this looks like metal, but it's not, it's plastic. So that's the only thing I was a little disappointed. So, I mean, I got this at Winners, again, for like discounted price. So I'm glad I never bought this full price because I almost did. This is one of those things that almost made me pull the trigger on like a full price item earlier this year. And I was like, I just can't do it. So I did, again, just buy this for the packaging. So again, at some point in time, if I ever use this up, I feel like I can reuse this, and I would like to reuse this because I do think it's really pretty. So I'm just going to fully be honest with you. This is a purchase that I'm already slightly regretting, and not because the product is bad. The product is actually really good. I just don't need this. I'm probably not going to use this that often, but they are really nice. So this is the Smashbox Holidaze Always On Liquid Lip Set. So this is actually from last year's holiday. So I took a bit of a gamble because I know a lot of people have said these dry out really quickly. But these are in a slightly different packaging. They're not in the short square packaging. They're sort of like taller and narrower. So I'll just take them out so you can see. So you can see they're like a different kind of packaging compared to the regular packaging. I don't have any of these. So that was part of the reason why I wanted to buy this set, was because everyone talks about that this is a good liquid lipstick formula. I've talked about that I'm not a huge fan of liquid lipsticks. The only ones that I really like are the Maybelline matte ink ones. This is actually a really good formula. So I'm wearing this one right now. This is called Babe Alert. So this is one thing that I find interesting and I kind of hate about liquid lipsticks is it looks like a much dustier rose, but then when I put it on my lips, I was like, oh, that's a lot brighter than I thought it was going to be. The same thing happened with this one. This one's called Stepping Out, which I've heard people talk about before. I think this was like a popular item with people. I find when I put this on my lips, it's much darker and much more brown. It looks a little bit more mauve-y, but I feel like it's more brown when I put it on my lips. So there are only the 2 mattes. Or no, sorry, there's 3 mattes. This one's a really really nice color. I wore this just like on a weekend. Safe space. I'm not sure I would wear this at work. This is in the shade Misconduct, and I really liked it. It's like a really nice, deep, browny berry color. I really, really like that. And then the other three colors are metallic. So that's what I was like, I don't mind metallic. I have two metallic liquid lipsticks that I do like. One is Wolfie from ColourPop. Obviously, I like it because of the name. That was my cat's name. And the one from Ofra, which I can't think of the name off the top of my head, but I've worn that in like 2 videos already. And I have worn that like on a day-to-day basis, and I do like it. It's a bit different. It's a bit weird. So I haven't really tried the metallic ones yet. The one that I'm really keen on trying is this red one in Man Eater. I think this would be a great holiday lip with just like a black cat eye ring. I think that would look really, really pretty. So looking forward to wearing that in sort of the holiday season. But yeah, like, I didn't need this. I feel like I'm doing the exact same thing, and you'll see why in a minute, that I did last year. Was like, I hold off on buying lip products because I'm trying to keep the lip product category in control, because I feel like that's all I ever want to buy. Even though I'm trying to pan a lipstick right now, and I only wear a handful of things like regularly because I work in an office, so there's only so much you can do. So that's why I regret buying this set. I didn't really need it. I'm not a huge liquid lip person. However, and on the flip side, these are minis, so I don't feel so guilty that I'm stuck with like a ton of full-size liquid lipsticks. And I'm not stuck with ones that I don't like the formula. Like, I really do like this formula. It doesn't feel dry. I can put a lip gloss on top, and it doesn't really mess with it if I want to. Yeah, it does. It's a nice thin formula, so I can see why people like this formula. But again, I haven't had these long enough to know if they dry out in a couple months. Apparently that's like the biggest gripe with a lot of people. And it's probably not the formula, it's probably the packaging. So if Smashbox repackaged them and then re-released them, that might be something interesting. Smashbox, if you're listening. So speaking of buying too many lip products, this is the Becca Glow Gloss, and this is in the shade Beach Bum. So again, this was another winner's purchase. I went a little crazy over the past month or so buying stuff at like Winners or Shoppers Drug Mart or Rexall that was on sale. I bought one of these to put in a giveaway, and it was one of those things like, man, I kind of want that for myself. So when I saw this, they had about 3 or 4 different ones at Winners, and they had one that was like really, really sparkly. I felt like this color might have worked best for me, so that's why I picked it up. When I did wear it, I was like, it's a little, so I really like the applicator. It's got a bit of a minty scent, which I really, really like. The color is maybe a little light and a little on the orange side, which at first I was like, I don't know if I like that, because I like sort of like browns and some deeper colors if I'm going to wear a color like this. And so the other day I like put this on and was like, I don't know. So then I put like what I normally put on, which is like a Revlon lip gloss and like a sort of like a bronzy brown. And I was like, that's kind of too dark. I think I liked this. So yeah, I've been enjoying using this. Again, haven't used it a whole lot yet. I've only had it for a little while, but I am glad I purchased this. And I did get it at Marshall's or Winners, so it was on sale. So this is just a cute little mini from my Sephora haul. I think back in, I shouldn't say Sephora haul, my Sephora purchase back in, I want to say like August or September. And this is a mini of the Matte Revolution Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk lipsticks, which is this little tiny guy. I really like this. This is one of those samples that might convince me to buy a full size if and when I ever do run out of this, because it's a really nice, like, the color is really nice, the formula is really nice, like, it's smooth. Yeah, I get it. I get the hype. I definitely would consider buying this in a full size. I don't know if I would buy any of the other like Pillow Talk things, but this lipstick is like, if you can get it in a mini, there's a set going on right now where you get the lipstick and the lip liner. And it's a full size lipstick with I think a mini lip liner, and I think it costs less. It costs like $2 less than like just buying the lipstick alone at Sephora. So if that kit is still available and you're interested in this, like, it might be worth buying. If you can find a mini of it though, I think try and get a mini first. But I'm always about trying to get smaller sizes because it's hard to use a full lipstick. And if you get a full size and you really don't like it, it might not be worth it. So this is pretty much a full dud for me, unfortunately. I hate to say that. Speaking of Emily Noel, this is another product where we differ on opinion. This is the Revlon HD, what do they fully call it? Ultra HD Gel Lip Color in Sand. And the formula is nice. I think maybe in a different color I might like this. I just feel like for me, the shade is like a hair too light to wear on its own, which made me really, really sad. Again, I did buy this on sale. It was like on an end rack at Sephora or at Shoppers Drug Mart, I think. And so I'm not too disappointed that like I didn't pay full price for this. I didn't even pay like 20% off. It was like 50% off. So I guess maybe my expectations of this were too high because she raved about this product. I think the difference is like I don't have a lot of pigment in my lips to begin with. So if I wear a color like this, which it's pretty sheer, I think she has like a more pigment to her lips. So this just adds like a different tone to her lips than for me. So that's why like I'm not over the moon about this. I haven't worn it a whole lot, to be honest. I've only worn it a couple times, but like both times that I put it on, I was like, don't really like the way that looks on me. So we'll keep playing with it. But yeah, that was maybe in a different color. I would prefer this product because the formula does feel really nice if you like that sort of like more sheer, creamy lip color. The only thing I'd be afraid of is if this was like in a dark color, it might like end up like everywhere. But yeah, that one didn't work out so well. Something that has worked out really well for me, particularly because the price, was this Pixi Duo. It's called the Mesmerizing Mineral Duo in Orchid Ornament. And I paid $2 for this at Winners or Marshalls, whatever, one of them. And because this shade, it looks a little busted. This shade was cracked when I bought it. And then it like totally fell apart. I thought this might have been really good for travel because it's such a good little size. But I wouldn't travel with this now that it's so delicate. So I repressed this side, and the side that's like repressed, like I love this 100 times better than the dark side. The dark side is nice, the purple, but this like the shimmer side is just, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful, beautiful color. I love it. I love it so much. Some days I've just worn this and I have to like not wear it, and remember to wear my like Pan That Palette project. So yeah, I'm really, really happy with this duo. If I ever caught, I think they were giving one of these duos away in FabFitFun maybe, or in something. I saw this in a beauty subscription box coming out for like November or December. And if it's as good as this one, you'll really like it. I'm really happy with this little guy. So in my previous video of empties, I poo-pooed all over Marc Jacobs eyeliners, and then I went and bought another one. But this one's different. This one is, they're like, what do they call it? Fineliner Ultra Skinny Gel Eye Crayon, which is different than the other eye crayons that were all dried out and crappy. This one, again, I got it at Winners on sale, which is why I picked it up. I really didn't need this, especially the color. This is in the color Dove Affair, which is basically a gray color. I already have like 3 gray eyeliners, I think. But I purchased this because I really did want to try this formula. I tested this formula like just on my hand at Sephora way back in the spring, and I really, really liked it. It's a really interesting fine gel. It's very creamy, but then it dries, like dries down and like doesn't budge. But it's really expensive. So I ended up not buying it at Sephora because it's just too expensive. But seeing it on sale, I was like, well, I definitely want to try it out and buy it. My only annoyance is this is one of those products where when you turn it, you can't turn it back down. So I can't turn it up to like show, I don't even know how much product's in here. I bet you there's probably not a lot of product. That's why they do that. Maybe they do it because it helps, the product not dry out. Maybe it's more sealed in there. I don't know. But that would be my only gripe, would be that I can't turn this back down. So I am wearing this like on my bottom lash line. And yeah, so far so good. Again, I've only worn this maybe 2 or 3 times, so I can't really tell if I like love it or hate it. I'll be honest, I probably won't buy more of these just because they're way too expensive for what they are. But if you are interested in this, I definitely like this over the other gel eyeliner, like in the regular like twist up version that they have. So this is a big fat dud for me. I bought this either just before my friend's wedding or just before Halloween. Like I bought this in October. These are the Kiss Lash Couture Faux Mink Collection lashes in the shade KLC SO2 or Little Black Dress. So that's the packaging. So it's a little like ripped. And this is what they look like. They look crazy because I have tried so hard. I'm not good at lashes at the best of times. So, I mean, maybe I'm not the best person to judge these, but the band is really thick on these and it's not flexible. So like I could get it to stick in the middle, but it would just like stick straight out on the sides, and I could never get it to like curve down onto my eye. And the band was so thick, like it was just band. You could just see the band so strongly, especially in the inner corner of my eye. I've tried this like 3 or 4 times. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll give them a go one more time. I might trim it right down, maybe make it like a 3/4 lash, and maybe that will work. I was just really excited to try these because they were like what do they call it? The mink, faux mink. So I thought, oh, it might be really, really pretty. It might look really natural because they're not like as plasticky looking. They look more like hair. But yeah, just no, did not like these. The ones that I can make work for me that are like standard are the like demi wispies from Ardell. Those, like, if you're gonna try a lash, try those ones. They're probably like the most standard and easy to work with, as easy as lashes can be, because I still find lashes so hard. I feel like it's like maybe the shape of my eye or something. I don't know how people just like boop, 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 and it's on. I'm like, anyway, yeah, that was a big fat dud. And I'm slightly annoyed because I'm pretty sure I paid like full price for those and they weren't cheap. So I have one hair product to talk about. This is the Olaplex Hair Perfector number 3. So I bought this in the Sephora sale. I only bought 4 things in the Sephora sale. I bought this. I bought a repeat of the Dr. Dennis Gross Alpha Beta Peel, which I talk about all the time. It was in my last empties. And a Beauty Blender and the Huda palette. So like, that's all I bought for myself. That's why I didn't want this to be like a Sephora haul, because I bought 4 things. But this was one thing that I was really intrigued in trying. I know you could buy the full set. Like, there was a full set of like shampoo, conditioner, this, and something else. Like some, I think, like leave-in conditioner maybe or something like that. And I already have enough shampoo and conditioner. I don't want to buy any more. I'm really trying to be conscious of not having like backups of things. So I just went and bought this specifically. I'm not 100% sure how I feel about this yet. I've only used it once, so there's that. I used it, it's actually technically before I did this. And I don't know if I didn't wet my hair enough or I didn't use enough product. I let my hair, like I used this, you're supposed to put this in wet hair, minimum 10 minutes. Some people say like wear it overnight. Maybe I should have done that. I don't know if I left it long enough. And then you wash and condition your hair as usual. And then I just let my hair air dry. I'm just gonna let my hair air dry because that's when my hair looks kind of the worst. It can look really frizzy and like, especially like along the ends, because this is all the formerly dyed stuff. And I didn't really notice miracles. Like, people are always like, oh, my hair looked fabulous. It was like it repaired all the broken ends and my hair was like it was before I dyed it. I still don't, I mean, my hair feels nice, but it doesn't feel great. So, I'll have to get back to you on this. I'm gonna have to try this a bit more. Like I said, I feel like maybe I didn't wet my hair enough and I didn't use enough product. I definitely left it in for like at least half an hour. But I think I just didn't use enough product and my hair wasn't wet enough to like saturate it and to move it around. So, yeah, I'll have to get back to you on that one. But it is like, the bottle's a lot smaller than I thought it was going to be. I thought this was going to be like, I don't know. But you should know, it's like, when you look online, it's 100 ml. But for some reason, you know, you picture it to be like bigger. And it's not bigger. But anyway, just a couple last items here. They're both tools. So the first one is this Unit brush. It's the Unit 201. It's like a small, I think they call it a small shader brush. I really like this brush. They're like the affordable brushes on Beautylish, which they are. They're not that expensive at all. And I was gonna buy, they had like a travel set. Then I ended up throwing this in because I basically made my Beautylish order like exactly $100 to get the $20 gift card back. So yeah, I just like small brushes to get like in the detail. I actually didn't use this. Did I use this today? No, I did not use, yes I did, sorry. No, yes, no. I used it on my inner corner. I used a sort of like a white shade from my Pan That palette for my inner corner today. And I use this brush. I've used it both like inner corner or like just shading like a deeper color on the outside and just like to be able to place it exactly where I want it. That's kind of like my like advice for anyone that's struggling with eyeshadow, especially with eyeshadow placement, is to buy some smaller brushes. So I have this brush. I also bought a set of Luxie brushes from Winners that were like their mini eye brush set. There was like 5 brushes in there. And I know, what is it? Nick and Sam, or Real Techniques, they have a couple brushes that are like a bit smaller. And I find that's just been easier for me to sort of learn how to use eyeshadow a little bit better. I find like when I'm using a big fluffy brush, especially if it's like a really saturated color, it like just goes everywhere. Like I can't control like where it's going all over here, and I feel like it looks sloppy. Whereas once I started using smaller brushes, I felt like I had a bit more control in terms of at least placing the color, and then I would use like a bigger fluffy brush with no color on it and use that to like slowly blend things out. So I feel like I'm getting better, slightly better at eyeshadow by using smaller brushes. So yeah, happy with this. Definitely will look at getting some more of these. I still really want to buy some more Wayne Goss brushes. I really like the 2 brushes that I have so far, but they're a bit pricey, so we'll see. And then the last item, this is like the weirdest item yet, probably like my most favorite item, at least in the past couple weeks. And I got this just like Winners for $4.99, and it's a hair donut. I don't know why I took so long to do this. There's that Vera Mona Swish thing, which is nice. It comes in a tin. I mean, this is just it's a freaking hair donut. I guess I could buy like a Tupperware or a tin and put this in. But this has been like the best thing ever. Why have I not tried this before? Like, if you don't have one of these and you wear a lot of eyeshadow, you should buy one of these because it's so easy. Like, I have definitely a few favorite brushes, and sometimes I want to use them like interchangeably between a dark and a light color. And yeah, you just like, oh, I'm gonna like brush it off quickly and then use it for the next color. And it works! And this was $5. So yeah, forget about buying the Vera Mona or whatever one it is, sorry. Although I think, again, FabFitFun, it might be coming in that box. So if you get it in that box, that'll be really cool. You can even get, I've seen recently, there's like little mini donuts, probably look tasty, for like little mini buns. So that'd be really cool for like travel. Then you'd have like, or if you're like a makeup artist, then you could have like a couple different ones at the ready instead of just like one. But yeah, this was like, it seems so stupid, but it was such, it's been like the best purchase I've had for this past like few weeks. And I'm just like, why did I not do this before? I mean, if you don't wear a lot of eyeshadow, if you wear the same eyeshadow and use the same brushes like the same way over and over again, and you don't feel like you would need this or use it, then obviously don't buy it. But like for me, even like with my like bronzer brush, I decided to like wipe off my bronzer brush to try the Charlotte Tilbury bronzer because I didn't want, like, I know I had like residual bronzer on it, but I didn't want to use a different brush. But I wanted to make sure like I was testing that brush particularly with the color because I wanted to see, but I was too lazy. I didn't want to wash the brush, so this little guy saved the day. So yeah, definitely happy with that purchase. So this has probably been a really freaking long video already, but if you've stuck around or you fast forwarded, I have a little giveaway going on. So as I mentioned, I didn't buy a whole lot at Sephora, but I bought a whole lot for one of you potentially. So yeah, I'm pretty excited. The main thing that I knew I wanted to pick up was the Huda Beauty. I bought the Nude Medium for the giveaway because I figure the medium's going to work for anybody. It's that mid-range one. Like I said, I want to buy all of them. I want to buy them all for you and I want to buy them all for me, but let's be practical here. So I did get the medium. The other product I knew I wanted to pick up, because I love these, is the Bite Beauty. This is the mini lip set. So this year they did it a little bit differently. It doesn't come in the tin. And it has the shades Ruby Bonbon, Cocoa Bite, Cherry Truffle, and Good Jujube. So if you're not sure what these look like, I know I'm going to mention Emily Noel for the 3rd time in this video. She always does a good video every year reviewing these, so she has like swatches and stuff so you can see what that looks like. I'll try and link that below if I can. And there's a couple other products in here. I got the Versali Skin Goal set, so I know a few people have talked about this in their like Sephora sales, like if you want to buy. They are real tiny, I'm not gonna lie, but I feel like if you haven't used any of these products, this is a great way to try them. I haven't used any of these products, but I mean, people say they're great, so, you know, if you do win this and try them, let me know. Let me know if you like them, if they work for you. Yeah, and it's got 4 of them. It's got the Skin Tune Blur Smooth, the Unicorn Essence Prime, which is the one you saw everyone use, the Roll Gold Elixir Hydrate, which I'm very curious about, and then the Volcanic Elixir Nourish. Again, another one I'm really curious about. And then the other main thing in here is this Becca Duo. This is, what do they call it? Sorry, the top actually got scratched, so sorry about that. But the top, it's a Champagne Pop and Vanilla Quartz Duo, so they are kind of small. Again, I'm not opening any of these to swatch them, but these are like, I feel like small highlights are a good thing because it's really hard to go through a highlight. So there'll be a few other things in here. Like I do have, right now I have a CoverGirl mascara that I'm going to put in here. I'll probably throw in a few more things, probably mostly drugstore stuff at this point because this was expensive. I paid for all this on my own, but it's my like little gesture to you guys for watching my videos, sticking with me through my 2nd year on YouTube. I'm still growing, still trying to get better at this. So I appreciate that you've stuck with me through this. So this is my like appreciation back to you. And I'm also doing this a little early. Like I said, I don't have all the pieces in here, but I wanted to get this up and open because I do want to close it in the 1st week of December so I can mail this out and hopefully you will get it by the holidays. You never know with mailing here in Canada, it's always a bit tricky, but anyway, I hope you liked this video. If you did, feel free to give it a little thumbs up down below. I really do hope you subscribe to my channel. All the information will be down below on how to enter the giveaway, and have a great day, and I'll see you sometime soon. Bye.